I'd like to teach you about one of my favorite plants today, and this one is really an angel. Let's talk about it. I'm Dr. Patrick Jones from the Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine, and this is Angelica. The Latin name is Angelica, archangelica. So not just an angel, but an archangel. Really, and it's a good name because she does all kinds of great things. Can really be a blessing to us. So it has a lot of properties. Most of the properties are related to antispasmodic effects. Okay, it relaxes muscles. Okay, so it can be good for aches and pains. It has some anti-inflammatory properties too that have nothing to do with muscle contracture. So it can be good for muscle pain. It can be really good for coughing because that's muscle spasms. So it can relax coughs. It can relax muscle spasms in the uterus, menstrual cramps. Don't take it during pregnancy for preterm labor or anything like that. It's not safe during pregnancy. But it is safe for uterine cramping during menses. It's also really fantastic for diarrhea. That's what I use it for almost exclusively. That's the rock star use in my mind. And it's the seed that's the medicine for that. The root is also medicinal and has the same properties principally. It's an antispasmodic. And midwives like the root for helping release the placenta after birth, during a birth. It also has some mild antibiotic effects for gut health. It's also relaxing. And it's not relaxing, in a sedating, neurological, calming way like, lemon balm or valerian or catnip. It's not working that way. It's relaxing because it's relaxing muscles. It just makes everything relax and you feel more relaxed, right? Funny how that works. And so it's also good for circulation because it's relaxing muscles, it's relaxing tissues. That opens up circulation, opens up the blood vessels. Okay. So most of the properties relate to that relaxation effect. When you harvest this plant, it's a biennial, and that's important. So it's a 2-year cycle. The first year, it does this slow, leafy, close to the ground growth. The second year, it shoots up and flowers and seeds and dies. And so if you want the seed, obviously you want that, at the end of the life cycle in the second year. And these seeds are perfect. They're ready to harvest today. Whether they're completely dry or almost dry, they're ready to harvest. If they're not completely dry, you can dry them for a minute yourself. But the seed, like I say, is the premier medicine for diarrhea. It relaxes all that muscle spasm in the gut, all that hyperperistaltic nonsense that's causing the diarrhea to happen. It's also good for colic for the same reason, for any kind of gas, pains, indigestion, because it's relaxing things, letting things move along. The root, if you're going to use that, you want to harvest that at the end of the first year or the beginning of the second year, the very spring of the second year, before it shoots up. Because once she shoots up to flower and seed, she's done thinking about roots. She's pulling all the goodies upstairs. And so if you want the root to be the medicine, harvest it in the fall of the first year or the early spring of the second year before it bolts. It's in the same family as parsley and osha and, cow parsnip, lots of vegetables, lots of other plants. Poison hemlock is in that family. So make sure which one you're getting because they all kind of look similar. This would be a good one to buy the seed and plant it in your yard rather than tromp around out in the wilderness and find out you got something poisonous, okay? Because that's a big family and some of the kids in that family are bad. I also love this plant as an ornamental. It's just a really cool plant. And I just think they're really cute. They're really great, borders along walls and things. They get 10 or 12 feet tall. And they'll spread like crazy, but it's a biennial. And if you don't want it to spread, just cut the flowers off and you're done with that plant. That won't ever come back. It's a 2-year cycle. But we've really always enjoyed them. We've always had them on our place, and even if it wasn't medicinal, I'd have them on my place because they're really cute. Anyway, that's Angelica. I'm Dr. Patrick Jones. Thanks for listening.